Have you ever felt overwhelmed when observing how malicious people seem to thrive while you struggle despite your efforts to do good? In these moments, Psalm 37 offers us a powerful reminder of divine justice and God's promise to those who live a life according to His teachings. This psalm not only instructs us on how to handle envy and impatience, but also assures us that fidelity to God brings eternal rewards. From the outset, Psalm 37 encourages us not to despair or envy those who commit iniquities. It warns us that although the wicked may temporarily prosper, their success is fleeting. They are like green grass that grows quickly, but also dries up and dies just as quickly. This message is essential for understanding that the prosperity of the unjust is temporary and superficial, while true blessing and security come from a life dedicated to following God. We are invited to trust in the Lord and do good, assuring us that by living this way, we will find a safe home and be nourished by the truth. Trusting in God involves a complete surrender of our ways and concerns, firmly believing that He will take care of us and will showcase our righteousness as bright as the noonday. This promise is comforting, as we know that our integrity and commitment to good will be rewarded and recognized. The psalm also places a great emphasis on patience and calm, teaching us to wait on God without being unsettled by the apparent success of the unjust. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him, advises the psalmist, reminding us that true peace and internal security come from our trust in God's control over all things and His work for the good of those who love Him. This teaching is vital for maintaining our serenity and focus in a world that is often chaotic and challenging. Furthermore, we are promised that the meek and just, who remain faithful and patient, will inherit the earth. This is not just a promise of material rewards, but also of deep and lasting peace, which is the result of living in harmony with God's desires. This blessing dramatically contrasts with the fate of the wicked, who, despite their efforts to accumulate wealth and power, will ultimately face destruction and oblivion. The life of the righteous is presented as an example of mercy, generosity, and righteousness. Those who live this way speak with wisdom and justice, keep God's law in their hearts, and ensure that their actions align with their faith. This way of life not only provides personal security and protection in times of distress, but also leaves a legacy of blessing for future generations, building a resilient and committed faith community. The importance of turning away from evil and doing good, as instructed by the psalm, is crucial for living in peace and receiving God's blessings. This choice affects not only our present life, but has eternal implications, ensuring that we will live forever in God's presence and enjoy His continual protection. Psalm 37 concludes with a hopeful vision for the righteous and a somber warning for transgressors. It assures us that while the wicked will be destroyed, the just will be saved and delivered by the Lord in times of difficulty. This promise is a reminder that our faith and perseverance in following God's path prepare us to receive His salvation and strength, even in the darkest moments. In summary, Psalm 37 not only offers comfort and guidance in times of injustice and challenge, but also calls us to live with integrity, patience, and devotion to God's principles. It teaches us that although evil may seem to prevail for a moment, God's justice and His care for the just will ultimately prevail. Thus, this psalm becomes a source of strength and hope for all believers, reminding us to trust, wait, and persevere on the path that God has laid out for us.